Alright, hey guys, TacoMonkey here. I'm back at it with Path Exiles 2, and wow, what a game. This game's been awesome. I'm so glad I got this. The fighting, the mechanics, it's great. So today we're going to continue on with our corrupt monk build. I'm sorry, I had some in my throat. We are at... oh, sorry. Try that again. Today we're on the hunting grounds and we're doing a corrupt monk build. This is what I've been working on. We hit about level 12 already. We do have a little corruption in there from the witch's spells aspect. So far so good. Trying to make our way over here to the farmlands. Oh, I don't know how to do that per se. We came across that Finley guy's spot. Yeah, see, the corruption's awesome on this. These things are what drive me nuts. These things shooting are just vicious. It just whomps on them. I love it. What do we got here? Oh, the farmland, cool. Here we are. Now there's more to find. Oh, is there a treasure chest over there I missed? I know I missed some stuff. I'm trying to get to the blacksmith tool so I can start doing some of that stuff. They really make you work your way to it. I can just whack him with the regular attack. It's great. I didn't mean to do that. There should be a chest over here somewhere. I haven't found a shield in a while. Find some pretty cool stuff in this, I gotta say. Oh, what we got here? Alright, cool.
I carry few possessions. There's no room for that.
Oh, okay. Definitely want that rogue armor. See what that does. Let's see. Nah, I don't need any of that stuff.
Yes.
For being in beta, it runs pretty smooth mostly.
Sorry, I was just... Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, mine's better. Fire resistance ain't bad.
Stay safe, if you can.
What thing to say? Stay safe if you can. Like, come on. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Yeah. Now that's pretty good. Increase armor strength. That's not bad. The one I got's kind of better though. Evasion ring's not as good, but mine's more about the protection. Definitely have to go put that back and hide that somewhere. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll stash that guy.
Why, look. Not bad. Remember us when you're famous, eh?
Huh. Yeah, I'm not going to Fraythorn yet. No, that is a higher amount. Ogam Farms. Ogam Farms knows.
Just a dreamer.
Gotcha. I can't wait to get the attack combo on this. I'm trying to get to, what did I do? My quarterstaff. Oh, overpowering, okay. Cool. I'm trying to get to where I can do the better combo attack, because this right now is cool to flip an attack like that. It's very powerful. I haven't quite leveled up, but I could use a better combo. It's all about the combos. This place is creepy. No one withstands the boinking of the monk. Cool. Whoa. 96? Oh, I need more scrolls of wisdom. Shoot. Oh, that's what we got the one guy for. You can take care of it. Okay, so I've been working on trying to get just shields up, some attack damage up. I have to flow like water. I didn't get step like mist yet, because I was working my way up, and I'm like thinking I really need to get to where I'm getting health all the time. And down here, you can get taste of blood, which most people go for to get life when you kill something. I'm not. I'm going to go for life recoup, because you get a percentage of damage turned into health. Quite a bit. I like that. So we're working towards that guy. Let's see. I need... If I go strength one more time. Beautiful. Now... I put my other ring on. I need enough strength to wear the double-socketed armor I'm wearing. Always worth having the socketed, and don't sell your socketed stuff off. That stuff turns into some really cool stuff later. Alright, where is that? Is there a ring? No, what was There it is. There we go. So I got more mana and stuff, but I can wear this armor. Oh, I should put that stuff away. Shoot.
Foul creature.
Yeah, the corruption just saps the heck out of them. Oh, look at that, how much quicker that is once you get that first proc. Boom, boom, boom.
Foul creature.
This little secret spot there. Right about there, huh? That's cool. Here's the village. Oh, wow. That guy tore me up. Was not expecting that. There's so many more places to explore.
Thunder! I must maintain a fine balance. I must maintain a fine
Man, that guy just would not go down. There's a lot to this place. I'm saying. Hooray. Oh, we picked up a lot there. Not bad. Man, I don't know what's going on. You guys, anyone been watching this drone stuff in New Jersey and all that? I've been asking everyone here in Michigan. No one knows what I'm even talking about out here. Like it doesn't exist. It's so weird. No one talks about it all out here. Wow, 96. Let's go to.
How can I advise you? I'm short.
Checking. Oh, my gear makes me happy. 108. Wow, that's a big difference. 108. This also adds to my strength. I like honorable mantle. No, that one is awesome, but I like the critical damage bonus, so that's why I'm getting huge hits, I think. So I need to keep that. Ooh, I finally got a charm? That's what that is. Okay. Cool. These automatically when conditions are met. Used when you take fire damage from a hit. Oh. So that's kind of cool. Level 4.
Frozen locusts will explode when attacked. Vaulting impact is an effective tool for closing in on enemies and...
Yeah, let's make vaulting impact way better. Huh. That was worth it. So definitely stashing that one.
Hello. Sorry, I was just... I will treasure it.
There we go. I'll buy a couple of these for on the flies, but not necessary.
Shadows haunt us both.
Alright. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, but I've been watching crazy about these drones. They're all over. Uh-oh, it got even crazier. Okay, so I watched JMez. I hope you guys don't mind me having this on in the background. I'm really curious about what's going on with the drones. So this is a shout out to my boy JMez. Check him out on his channel. He does weird, crazy stuff. He's very smart, so...
Our situation is getting crazier by the minute. I thought by now things would have calmed down a bit, but it seems that these things, whatever they are, they're getting closer. You heard me right. They're getting closer. So let's start with the basic, and that would be a few videos viral right now on Reddit. And I'm talking about this particular video over here of a swarm, massive swarm of these birds hovering above the clouds. That person on an airplane caught this very high quality
Oh yeah, that's way
footage.
better.
This was recorded by Easily Amused EE on Reddit, and he posted and said, some video clips from my flight to Newark, New Jersey.
I also got lightning going on. Ooh, that looks cool though. I do dig that.
So I got in contact with
Oh,
this
too bad it's not
person
better.
and many others who are seeing
It's a cool
these
look.
things up close. There's also another person who got almost in direct contact with one of these things just recently. I'm gonna show you guys these videos right now.
Oh, that's
So
neat.
let's just play this one so you understand
It's only 18 mana.
where we are right
Looks
now
cool, though.
with this situation, which is completely bonkers. Let's take a look.
So where have we not been? We haven't really been up here.
Look at that.
Wow. So he's watching out an airplane, 3 drones, 4 drones. No, not drones. You would call them drones.
There's
Those
a
balls
crazy
of light.
amount of these objects at the horizon. If we look closely, we can see some of them blinking in the distance.
That's crazy.
This is wild.
It's wild that we're finally living it and no one's paying attention to it.
So I'm guessing that this was a very long flight. I mean, he started recording it during the day and then he's still recording it at night. Either these objects are so many that he was able to record it the entire way,
Nice.
or they were following the plane.
Yeah, it looks like they're following this plane. That's crazy.
It's interesting. They don't seem to be interacting with the plane or interfering with the plane at all.
We basically are living like we're living
Look
it.
at that. That's a drone. See, that's a drone. I guess this is what the drones are doing. They're surveilling these objects.
So crazy.
My gosh. This is amazing footage. There's also this video coming from TTAL313 on Reddit. He posted
Wow, that ice really kills it.
The other video on the airplane was taken above New Jersey. So
Before I continue that, wow, so I just saw the combo in that. Using the ice, boom, boom, watch. Boom, that's hurting more. Double icing it. That ice ability rocks, dude. And that just weakens them. This is like a debilitating monk, I should call. I just knocked that one dead on his butt. That's great. I do like that they updated it, so now you can see the corpses, which is kind of cool. I like that. Oh, that was so cool. I'm glad I decided to keep checking out this area, because I would have missed it.
this guy was taking out the trash, and all of a sudden this thing comes very up close to him. I'm feeling as if at any moment someone's gonna have a very close contact with one of these orbs.
Yeah, someone's gonna be getting close to these orbs soon.
Well, to show you guys, we have now people reporting volcanoes going off in New Zealand. We also have airports being shut down.
Really?
These crazy interferences that are happening in the US, and not just in the US, now it's happening in the UK and many other places.
Yeah, it's happening all over.
Decoded the interferences on the radio stations. Experienced divers hearing radio static in the ocean without using any kind of equipment. And I actually got in contact with these guys, and we're going to be taking a look into what they have to say about this. We also have videos of swarms of these objects hovering above Florida and many other places all over the world. So wherever these things are, they are showing up in numbers now. And last but not least, we have Grush's lawyer, Amazon's lawyer, Danishi.
Oh,
Saying that aliens are coming to intervene.
that guy's got some power on him.
Destroy the life-generating capabilities of the planet, and they know it. So and then I thought about the Deagle report about 2025 and how the population of the entire world massively increases. Someone knew about this. So why are these orbs here all over the world? If they're alien, it could just be that they're here to warn us about something. Could have anything
At least it still shows you where to go, but now everything's back alive, which sucks.
or even the sand theory. We're going to be taking a look into all of this, but before, let's talk with Trevor, who went to take the trash out at around 8:53 p.m. in New Jersey, and almost out of
Oh, wow.
with these orbs. Check this out.
I need a better combo than this. That combo's not working for me. Wow, that is a crazy orb. Okay. Ooh, got another one. All right. So I'm almost there. I got one more attribute. Let's see. What's our lowest attribute right now? Dex. Let's get a good middle ground on Dex.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
Let's see.
So whatever this thing is, it got really up close to him, and he recorded a 360 video so people understand that this is not the reflection of his window or anything like that. He also has CCTV footage of him recording this object. So it's really nice that he did all this. He went through all this trouble to show people that this is legit. And
that thing got
the thing is,
close.
we can't discern or acknowledge what this thing is. This is what makes me think that this is either superior technology, because it seems to be transforming and shifting from invisible to visible object. Or this is possibly a hologram, like some suggest. There are more videos, so let's take a look at that. So this was posted on Twitter yesterday, and this is supposed to be very bad. Check this out. That is a massive fleet of objects. It seems like some of them are thinking it out.
Wow.
Usually see these orbs to
That
be-
thing's giving me
The only problem
trouble,
is the
man.
video is 9 seconds long. So I clicked on the link to the Reddit post. It was deleted. Here it says that it was deleted because it was not quality content. And then someone actually posted a link to the explanation that the public relations department gave in Garage. And here's their explanation, their official explanation to what really happened. And they say that these suspicious luminous objects are indeed balloons. Suspicious, you say, huh? Weather balloons.
Now they're calling them
Just
balloons.
Weather balloons. I mean, it could be balloon. This is the typical response you'd expect, an official response, rather. Then you have this same thing happening in Florida on December 16th.
I just got run right past these assholes.
So the video is quite short, and I don't trust short videos. It could be balloons, it could be drones.
So now you know you can practically run past
In this
these.
video, we have these
Those,
objects massively flying over different places in the world. The video was posted on December 16th, the same date a similar event happened in Garage. So let's try to find other similar videos posted by other people on social media to see if this is something that's happening. Okay, so while researching Reddit, I found this video was also posted on December 16th. I think we see something similar here. Let's check this out.
yeah, we have a need for that.
Yeah, it looks like the orbs.
Some new technology or something? Like, I ain't never seen no colors like that. No, nothing like that. No, that's not airplanes.
Oh, well, we found the loot. That's cool. So that's right in the middle there.
There's like 5 of them in one spot. Like doing like that. And then 2 of them went down.
No.
Yeah, it seems like these are the same orbs and not the drones. This was recorded in Texas.
That one right there.
Just gotta get to the checkpoint.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Alright, now we can take the loot back.
The hovering. See how the hovering?
So apparently we have something similar going on in Phoenix, Arizona. This was recorded on December 15th.
Wow, it's on Phoenix. It's everywhere. These things are everywhere. Something big's going down, guys. Something big. And we're just not paying attention.
All you can do is follow it. If you don't have, I can't just text them.
This feels like having a small part of my family back again. I can't thank you enough. I think I should begin by composing a song about you. In the meantime, I would be happy to play for you.
Average skill points. A book's was used to gain 2 weapon
So whatever these things
set
are,
passive
it seems
skill
like they're showing up
points.
in numbers, and they're not just flying over the ocean anymore like they were before. This is new. Not only that, it seems like they're getting closer and closer to people.
Okay.
So at this this point, a lot of people are asking themselves, are these orbs possibly alien or something like that? And Jessica Capo recorded a few interesting videos on her TikTok, and there was this other lady who recorded a video in which she kind of talks to these orbs, and they seem to respond.
So does that mean I can have two?
Lash in her video, where her and her kid talk to this orb, ask it to blink, and it does. And it's kind of far away, so
that didn't really help me much.
To us and respond, because when we zoom in, they do not look like they are physical, they look like plasma or something like that. So in this video, Jessica Capo recorded something that's
honestly, the flame thing's cool, but I don't use it.
These things started getting
I'd rather have
this.
I am
literally freaking out right now. My Ring camera is going off every 5 seconds with the neighborhood notification that the drones are getting closer and closer and lower. I'm in Toms River, New Jersey, and every minute my phone keeps going off and people's cameras are showing like these drones.
So the next day she records one of these drones that are flying really close to her house.
Yep, my live got disconnected. Go figure, right? So there is... Oh, what the is that? What the hell?
Oh, that's good cold resistance.
Something's going on. Something's going on.
Whoa, that's red.
What is that next to it?
What the heck? I'm watching this video. Gosh. There's something next to this giant red
part
light.
of me is starting to maybe think like that red drone is someone's drone. Like someone here putting it up, like police or something like that. And the one above it is the unidentified drones. I don't know. That's not accurate. I am just saying my theory. Because that red drone is really low. It's kind of weird. And do you...
Stay safe.
Oh my god. Look at that one going. What the...
Look at that.
Going.
Wow.
It went close. It went close.
That's not a drone.
That red drone. What the fuck, guys?
It doesn't fly like a drone.
What is happening?
Nope.
It's going low. It's getting lower.
Well, it kind of flies organically. It doesn't look like something mechanical or anything like that.
Yeah, right.
And when she says that her live was disconnected and that thing shows up, it kind of means that maybe there are certain interferences that these objects cause in our electronics.
Uh-oh. No, I got 2 levels up.
Possibly interfering with our
oh shit. Oh, cool.
Also possibly interfering with animals, like birds.
What? Oh, you can pick where it goes?
That was in New Jersey 2 days ago, and before
that's weird.
Migration, or it's just migration, there are more videos of other places in the US of something similar going on, and people are noticing.
Yeah, this is a good set to do.
Than what they're used to seeing when they see a migration or migration. There's also a bunch of videos of interferences happening in England and other countries, apparently in the ocean also, and a guy who tried to decode one of these radio signals. But first, let's take a look at Pauline Morgabo's account. She has some interesting videos where she zooms in on these objects. And this is her video. So she's seeing one of these orbs. She has a Nikon P1000 camera, which is a really good camera. She's gonna give it a good zoom in. And apparently these things are organic. They're not mechanical. The craziest part is she's going to try to talk to this thing.
Yeah. Gothic core staff. Ooh. There's a little bit more minimum damage. I like that. It adds lightning. I like that. It needs 22 dex though. Okay. They're definitely working on 22 dex on that, because that's awesome. Freezing shard. I like that.
Talking to this thing, and in my my opinion, this could be a major coincidence. Whatever's going on here, it's crazy. This is not the first time, however, this happens. In Paranormal Ash's video, he asked it to blink, and it does.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can hear us when you blink in and out.
I like this.
Say, there are aliens in the sky. We love you. We welcome you.
Oh, I like the combo on that with this. I like this. It's like a giant boomstick.
So whatever these things are, I'm thinking that they
I'm liking it.
and respond. So this makes me think that either
Look at that. Look at the amount of damage that does.
possibly alien, or these are, like some people believe, possibly a hologram, and this could be a psyop. However, this is a psyop. It's a really elaborate one, because we're seeing now interferences happening all over the world. And these are the videos that I've been talking about. Check this out. So this is coming from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Mindless.
From Gcast on Twitter.
Oh, I am gonna definitely rock this. Whoa.
You can actually see one of the orbs up there in the sky.
An orb's going over a whole town. All the lights are going off like crazy. This is insane, dude. This is crazy.
And there's more.
I can't believe this. Whole parking lot's going off. This drone thing's gone out of control.
One person says this is how Teslas update their system, but someone said this, he's a Tesla owner, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
This is in Southwest Houston.
Yeah, lights are going off everywhere, whole towns. On TikTok, but this is in the month of August. It could just be that this all began. The hell's starting to work. It's not full yet, but
from Anthony128 on TikTok. It was recorded 1 week ago and in the United Kingdom. So the thing is that this is not a coincidence. If this is a real interference that's happening because of these alien ships, then it could just be that they're interfering with animals and migration patterns and all that. And I found a couple of videos suggesting that something of that sort is happening in New Jersey. So while researching this topic, I found a bunch of these videos, mostly coming in from people in New Jersey, and I started researching if this is common. So I asked ChatGPT and Google and all that. So this is what I found. On December 17th in New Jersey, you are well into the winter birding season. Migration has mostly ended. And then while looking at some of these videos, I looked at the comments, and it seems that people are noticing that these are starlings and that they are migrating north. And this is what I found out. The starlings in the northern hemisphere generally migrate southward or remain residents, so it's not common that they're migrating northward. And I guess this is why just Eric posted this video 2 days ago and noticed something bizarre about this. And while searching his TikTok account, it seems that he is a nature lover and someone who observes nature, so he must know something about birds.
whoa, birds are flocking. That's a lot of birds.
Now what's interesting is that he recorded these on December 15th, and it was apparently throughout the entire day that he saw this migration pattern that apparently is heading north, the opposite of where it should be headed.
Wow, that's an insane amount of birds going the wrong way. I wouldn't know what to think of a massive bird migration going the wrong way. Violent boar.
They
really make you search this way.
Maybe birds are migrating north for some reason on the orbs and all that. Who knows?
He looks like he's moving towards. It looks like it's moving towards the north.
So a couple of days ago, El Duets posted a video in which he messes with the pitch in these interferences that were recorded on radio. Check this out.
That same alien noise. Listen to that.
And everything, but she's just constant support and
In this other video, a person sped up one of the interferences and got this message. So apparently this person sped up the video 8 times. This was posted by Money Pilot Fitness 3 days ago. Now when it comes to trying to explain what's really going on, there's a bunch of people posting videos with very interesting explanations. And here are a few that I found.
Hey everyone, my name is John Ferguson. I'm the CEO of Saxon Aerospace here in Wichita.
Yeah, I heard
Kansas.
this one. He's interesting.
I'm not normally a TikTok kind of a guy. I like watching this stuff every once in a while. But I'm a manufacturer of unmanned aircraft, military grade unmanned aircraft, as you can see one of my systems here. There's all of these mysterious drones going on off the East Coast, and as a professional, as a subject matter expert, I wanted to give you all my opinion on what I think could be going on with these drones. I don't particularly believe that these have a nefarious intent. I could be wrong, but I want to give you the truth in what I believe is my own opinion. And I've not bounced this off of anybody, so...
This guy goes on and explains how he has information from a buddy of his that there is a missing nuclear da-da-da. And apparently this thing went missing in Europe when it was heading towards the United States, and they can't find it. And so there's a lot of things going on right now, and he believes that all this that's happening with the drones in particular is because they're scanning and trying to find this nuclear blood. This is one interesting theory, and he explains this theory very well. If you want to watch his video, he's John Ferguson 730 on TikTok. He's got a very interesting video on the topic. Now when it comes to explaining the drones, he might be on the right path. I'm not so sure about that, but it kind of makes sense. But what about the orbs? What about the birds, the interferences all over the world? How do you explain that? And being that everyone is zooming in on these objects, these orbs, it appears as if
that is one heck of a cool ability. Look at that. 9 on the decks. That's the decks I was looking for. To use this.
She explains plasma and dark matter. And in a few minutes, I'll explain why I think this may have something to do with it.
Oh my god. Y'all, the UFOs, the drones in New Jersey are...
Let's see how this works.
...that the drones are not plasmoids, and I 100% agree. Genius. So what the F are plasmoids? I'll tell you. Okay, plasma is the fourth state of matter. It is in plasma balls. It is lightning. It is ionized gas that creates fluorescence when the electrons are flurrying around the nucleus and they're free. Crash course on plasma. Non-plasma, plasma. Free electrons, not super tied to the nucleus. This can create fluorescence, which is in the aurora borealis, lightning, fluorescent light, neon lights. Plasma is also the sun and any star. Plasma has to do with sacred geometry, and now let's get into plasmoids. There are several theories that plasma is intelligent, including the intelligent plasma hypothesis by Dr. Massimo Teodorini, who is an astrophysicist and, of course, an electronic musician, because plasma is sound. There's also a book, A New Science of Heaven, by Robert Temple, which is literally about the science of plasma transforming humanity.
Dude, this weapon and this helmet are awesome. That's like 2 now I have. Who's it? This one's a yellow, and a yellow. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. That one's fucking red. That's a set. I know it's got to be a set.
And this in the Journal of Modern Physics about new studies on plasma and plasmoids. This was recent.
So while researching this plasma being thing, I found this article. can find it too. It's plasma being formed and maintained inside TAE Technologies fusion machine. There is a video of humans creating this plasma being for a few seconds inside this TAE Technologies fusion machine. This is apparently new technology that we are developing since 2021.
Oh, that's perfect. Put the corruption on him, shoot him from a distance, get one going, and then start going to Pound Town.
She knows what she's talking
Seriously.
about. I found this other article. Look inside this lab where scientists are recreating the energy of the sun, plasma, to produce nearly unlimited clean energy. And then I was, So this kind of makes sense of what Elizondo's lawyer was talking about. We may be reaching a point in which we have technology that may again be dangerous and used with bad intentions. While reading this article, I found out that they're using nuclear reactors to power this technology. And well, we have a lot of nuclear reactors in New Jersey. This is a list, a quick list actually. So yeah, it's a bit far-fetched, but still, it may have something to do
Look
with
how it just wrecks them.
apparently coming from within the ocean.
Just had another one show up about my 1 o'clock, about 1,000 feet high, zipping towards us and then back out towards the ocean. It's red in color.
And there's another explanation when thinking about the ocean, and that would be the sand theory.
These places are huge.
But the world is kind of running out of sand. We use sand for absolutely everything. Your car, paved roads, your computer, television, buildings, your houses.
Another charm.
Everything uses either silica or sand. And we, of course, usually mine this sand, but there's also something called illegal sand dredging, where we get this sand from the bottom of the ocean. So this is what it looks like. Usually illegal sand dredging involves a ship in international waters going to extract this sand. While it does so, it's going to create this possible erosion from the coastline. So what happens here is, as we extract the sand from the bottoms of the ocean, we're changing how the bottom of the ocean sits. So the more you extract from one place, the more it erodes from another. And this, of course, messes with
lightning
the Earth's crust and many other factors. And if these guys are coming from the bottom of the ocean, let's just say that they have an entire ecosystem.
Let's add poison to the mix. Yeah.
They might have noticed
Frozen locusts will explode when frozen locusts will explode when attacked by you or your enemies. Falling thunder is a lightning area. Frozen locusts will.
And now Frozen Locust is upgraded, which I use a lot of, honestly.
No airplanes kind of running, and this ended up quieting down the seismic activity.
I didn't watch it.
That we humans have reached the point in which we are interfering with the Earth's crust that much. Whatever it is we're doing, it might just be that we reached the point of no return. These guys are showing up saying, hey, look, yeah, this is it. I wouldn't go any further. Now again, these are all theories. And there's also the theory that these plasma beings or UFOs are just a psyop, because
that wasn't good.
it looks like holograms, and it could be. So I want to know your thoughts.
There's a church up there for a second.
Leave a comment. Don't forget to leave a like, smash that like button, the notification, and the subscribe
I love that the shield goes up
See you guys next video.
Yeah, that was my boy JC. I don't know. I don't understand why we're not doing more about it. This has been nuts. I mean, then you got deadly Wisconsin shootings, all kinds of stuff that's happening.
Mr. Jimenez was talking about the summer games in Miami. I mean, to depend on the federal government, and the federal government is telling us, well, we can only help you.
Oh, wow, yeah, look at that.
Threats from ISIS. I mean, that's a huge problem.
And now I'm adding poison to the mix.
To address not only here today, but moving forward. And Mr. Chairman, my time is expired, but thank you for continuing to bring this to life.
See how that works. Oh, that does good. And then you add that. Oh, it can't. Oh, it can be both. Okay. That's great. We're gonna add status effect on. I'm gonna go crazy with the like hexing and status effect. They just got giant pigs just coming at you. Adding lightning, adding, you know, like an insane amount of effects to this is the way to go, I think. I don't even know where to go anymore. Wow. This place is huge. This is a huge area. Okay, so we've been in there now.
I carry few possessions, and I don't have room for that.
I like the monks like, I carry few possessions because I'm a monk. I like that.
What did you say you guys were spending on counter heroes? My budget didn't include it specifically.
Nice. The ice is working way better.
Of the Count of Ogum. Your whispering and conspiring has not
That doesn't
gone
seem nearly
unnoticed.
adequate. Why do you feel
I
like
see your disloyalty.
there isn't a push
I
within the
hear
FBI
your mockery.
to keep up with modern
However,
warfare and
your
modern
plots
threats?
against me all lay dead in their tracks. Every
what is the
villager
budget
must
for the
report
FBI?
to the manor immediately for questioning. I alone will crush this revolt.
Okay, why do you
Anyone
think
who
his
resists
warfare
will not only be
changes
considered a
as you
criminal,
go, sir? Warfare
but
is
an avowed traitor.
Wow. Oh, that's what we just got. We just got a balance patch.
Yesterday is being deployed right now. So we have full patch notes. So let's dive into all the notes so we know what's going on. Now, so we saw a little bit of this from the blog post yesterday going over what their intentions were, but there's going to be line items. There are some surprising aspects in there. So let's just dive in from the top. First, added the capacity to fast travel between checkpoints within an area. This basically means that, like the waypoints, you can't transfer between them like you just teleport to a zone, but if you're already in the zone, you can teleport from checkpoint to checkpoint. This not only helps some of the exploration issues that people are having with the game right now, but also helps with a lot of these large maps. There's definitely been some back and forth in the community on whether the maps are too big or whether they're a good experience overall, so being able to teleport between them is going to be awesome. You can select checkpoints, which will bring up your map overlay, allowing you to select other checkpoints you have discovered in the area to travel to them immediately, and they're adding more checkpoints as well, which is really cool.
That's
Passive
nice.
point respecking has been made cheaper, especially at higher levels. It had a relatively aggressive curve. It was exponential, getting worse and worse the higher level you got. Now it's going to be much flatter and linear, and they said that overall it's going to cost about 40 to 50% less gold at all levels, basically. So, like, it's just going to be a little bit more reasonable to respec, which should be a great addition to the game. They've also added a shortcut to open a skills advanced information display by right-clicking on the skill on your skill bar. So if you wanted to read the stats on it, it's just a little hotkey, which is kind of nice. They also make it so you can compare equipped flasks when using a gamepad, which is nice. Added chance shards to the currency exchange if you wanted to trade the shards specifically, and added a button to travel to your guild hideout when interacting with the waypoint so that you can get to that easier as
This
well.
will pull my charms and stuff like that. Otherwise,
Resistance penalties inherently applied at tier 6 and tier 11. They are just, it's just going to be consistent across endgame. They figured that based on the data that they got from people doing endgame, that it just felt like it was a little bit too much, that they already had
I do want to keep
down as it
this.
was, and so they're just removing those extra penalties on the tier 6 and tier 11, so all the endgame maps are going to be consistent for that. It still will require a large amount of resistance in order to survive, but it is something.
That's a good one. I'm going to hold on to
Strikes
it.
from monsters now deal 40% less.
You don't want to get rid of it because you use it on your ults, and I'm going to use that. I'm trying to kind of upgrade a couple things, get a couple good things to have ready for when the next character. Because I want to do all the I want to try all the characters out. We're going to try them all.
Realistically, you still will need a lot of it, and in order to survive some of those attacks that for some classes were undodgeable, you need to be able to build up enough resistance to avoid that damage. The ground laser and ground.
Okay, we're going to hold off on that. Let's.
You found my tools. Oh, this is wonderful. Now I can set up a proper bench here for you.
Cool. Okay, now what?
Till next time.
Salvage equipment items with quality or sockets for current quality, currency, and artifice shards. Okay. Salvage equipment items. So the better the quality, the better you get, basically. So like if I were to go, let's see. I don't know if I want to do that, though. I don't know what's going to do specifically. And that's a good... I want to say that. Let's do this one. This is old. It has a socket in it. Let's see what happens when I take this out. So we're figuring this out as we go. So you... Wait, what? Oh, it did. I got an Artificer Shard. Okay. Oh, okay. So it gave me a shard. Huh. So what do the shards do?
Oi. If you find a boat out there, do bring it back. Oi. The girl's a shining light in a time of darkness. If it weren't for her music, I don't know what I'd do. Every time I listen to her songs, I know I have to try harder to defend this place. Any fear and excuses be damned.
See, that's cool. So I found the loot and now there's more to it. They've added. I like that.
It's a shame what happened to old Brannock. He was a kind man in life, but I can't say I'll miss the creature he became. Oh, he tried to batter his way in for 5 full days. Once he rose again, well, we thought we were done for. But then you came along, and I'm glad you did.
Me too. Okay.
The village has been destroyed, and madness has already reached a boiling point in the minds of the Count's men. You must infiltrate the manor and put a stop to this by any means necessary. The fate that befell Ogden Village is only a single raindrop in a storm that is coming.
That's not ominous at all.
Do whatever it takes.
Okay. I try. Okay, let's hear more about what's going on.
Abilities used by the Ruined Knight in expedition encounters now deal substantially less damage. This one can catch you off guard, especially for the classes like Warrior and Sorceress that can end up being stuck in a casting animation or a slam animation and be completely owned by it. This gives you a little bit more of a survival factor against that specific ability. The Waystone modifier that adds Burning Ground to your maps no longer increases in coverage or area with higher tier Waystone. This made some of the safe spots in the maps almost impossible to stand in, so they felt like this was just a little bit too much of a scaling factor. The Siphon's Flask Charges modifier on monsters now drains 10 times less, so it's 1/10 of the value of the charges. In the previous version, before this patch, it basically was like 2 or 3 seconds next to a rare that had this affix, and all your flash charges were gone. It made the game very unfun. It was not a very fun mod, so they're nerfing it really hard, and they say that this was unintentional. Either way, it's going to be a lot less than it was before, which is a nice change. They completely disable the Volatile Crystals modifier, and they will look at it, adding it back in the future with better telegraphing and better implementation.
Hold on, guys. My Grady's talking to me.
The Trail of Fire monster modifier now deals 30% less damage and...
I'm hoping I can get my my guy to come by and play with me, and I'll do the warrior. I think I'll go the warrior aspect on that if he does show up. I think he's gonna love. I think he'll get into this game. Groovy Grady, he digs this stuff. Haven't had him by in a while. He's a good fan fave. Got that checkpoint, dude. The stuff for this game is just insane. Oh, shoot. He's with his kid. Family first, as I always say. Uh-oh. What we got going on here?
Stop. Just wait. Surely we can...
The path of peace is littered with death. Justice now fight.
This ass?
One last execution.
Whoa. Well, we weren't counting on that now, were we? He's powerful. Alright, let's see what else is going on in the world of Exiles.
For 3 seconds instead of 5 seconds. If you ever got a trail of fire, I swear to God, it was spawning in front of the monster. It wasn't just a trail of fire, it was like a red carpet of fire going out in front of them, and it lasted a long time. It covered everything, and it did a large amount of damage. So this coming down in damage and duration, I think is going to be a really great change for the game. Trail of Lightning monster modifier now lasts for 4 seconds, down from 8 seconds. Trail of Ice is down from 8 seconds.
Down to the head.
As well, so just it's going to get less crap on the screen and ground that's going to be killing you on the higher levels. The purple explosives created by the volatile plants modifier on rare monsters now deal significantly less damage. So volatile crystals is gone. You will still get volatile in the Trial of Chaos as well, and you will still get volatile from plants, but the damage that they deal is a lot less, and of course those spawn less frequently than the volatiles that come off on death or on the affix, which is really nice. I think it's a nice change. Packs of Prowling Chimerals in maps now contain less of the Prowling Chimerals and spawn alongside some zombies as well, just to give you some flash resets and things like that. They lowered the baseline monster density of breach encounters, primarily reducing the frequency of elite monsters appearing. This will reduce loot, but make it a little bit more survivable in those cases, which is probably better for most builds. Fixed inconsistency in the different type of packs that can spawn during breach encounters as well. You should now see more different types of monsters appearing on an area-to-area basis. The volatile spawned by the Volatile Fiends Trial of Chaos modifier now accelerate over time. This one's gonna be weird. I'm not really sure why they decided to do this. Maybe just so they don't build up as much, so you eventually have to deal with them. But this one could be annoying, or could be a better. Maybe it's just better in Artist Collection. We'll have to see it in game to see how it affects the overall experience. The Stormcaller runes Trial of Chaos modifier are now smaller, take longer to charge up when standing inside, and give more time to escape once triggered. These were really bad, especially on some of the bosses in Trial of Chaos, where you didn't really have much fighting space as it was. In some of the areas you're just very narrowly added. It would spawn a whole bunch of those like Stormcaller runes everywhere, and they would activate so fast if you were slowed by a boss that you would just be immediately blown up.
Oh, you dick. You got me caught.
Deal less damage,
You got me fucked up.
and that you have more time to get out once they're there, so it is more of a skill element and less of a how much lightning resistance do you have, bro. They also improved the hitboxes of a number of abilities used by Blackjaw, the Remnant. This is something that I talked about the very first day, like the first day of playing the game. Blackjaw, just a lot of his AoEs and weapon swings just didn't match his actual hit. You probably felt this if you faced him as well, especially his 3-hit combo that ends in the slam that spawns rocks or boulders. Oftentimes you would get hit even though you're nowhere near it, so improving that is going to be a big one as well. And the crossbow variants of the Decrepit Mercenary monsters that dealt fire damage now deal less damage. Personally, I would have liked to see the Decrepit Mercenaries fire less, or maybe even fire a little bit slower rather than the damage dealt, but I guess this is going to be something there. It is kind of hard to dodge for slower builds because it builds
Do I try one?
so fast.
Let's try one. Come on, give me some good.
Feel like, to be fair,
Oh, we got, ooh.
it probably needs to be a little bit less frequent,
yeah.
a little bit easier to deal with or dodge, but that's just me. They're improving the Trial of Sekhmet as well. Honor damage now scales down based on distance to enemies, and you take up to 35% less honor damage.
Trial. get out.
Tapering as you get further away. So
let's see how this guy works.
I think is a good step in the right direction. And personally, for me, I was actually very excited about this. I feel like Trial of Sekhmet wasn't that bad playing on like Monk or playing on Warrior, just trying to get through it as a melee. But I know a lot of people really feel bad about the Trial of Sekhmet as it is now. And also, I saw a lot of feedback on the last blog post video going over this change here, saying that it's just not enough. It's a very small band-aid fix that isn't going to adjust the system of honor itself. So let me know what you think about this down below. I personally think this is a great change for the game, making it a little bit less. Obviously, you can still build honor resistance, but there is kind of a question of whether or not ranged characters are just better suited for Trial of Sekhmet and the whole honor system as a whole, because realistically, sitting back from your enemies and not getting hit at all is something that's very different than having to get into melee range and take those hits, where your build is built more around lifesteal, leech, blocking, damage reduction, because you know you're going to have to be hit, whereas a range might be able to avoid most of the damage except for like boss encounter mechanics and things like that. They also fixed a bug where sometimes being like touched by a dot in Trial of Sekhmet would drain all of your honor. This is mostly notable during the flamethrower mechanics where you can dodge them. They say this is a bug and it has been addressed in this patch, which I'm great to see on that one. They also made it so these Skitter Golems no longer use basic attacks and instead now just explode, which means they'll chase you for less and will be easier to deal with as well. Serpent Clan Burrow and ambush attacks now have better telegraphing, so you can see what's happening before it happens. So you don't have to be like, right now you have to know when they burrowed, so you can be ready to avoid it. Then they also made the volcanoes created for rattle cages, the boss fight, like the volcanoes that are just erupting constantly. Those are going to last half the duration, will make it easier to deal with the falling rocks and the shockwaves and the slams and all of that that is already going on. They've also added a keyword hover for the honor mechanics so that you can read about it through play. Now let's get into the skill balance. This is a pretty big section for a lot of people. Rolling Slam's second slam now deals 50% more damage to heavy stunned enemies. This has great synergy with Bone Shatter, one of the best abilities for leveling with the warriors, so heavy stun them, and then you can Rolling Slam into them. This won't give you more damage on the third, or like the third hit, or like the last hit. It'll give you more damage on the last hit, so as long as you're spamming on a heavy stunned enemy, you'll get more burst out of it, which helps you a lot with single target. It won't matter as much, except for like maybe rares or the random hit magic that lasts too long, but in general this will help with the
gotcha. That was it. No, got you. Got you. Yeah.
Additional projectiles as it levels up. This is going to be a pretty cool change overall. Ice Shot Shards now targets within 90-degree cone. Ice Shot Shards now travel further base, which is about twice as much as before, and they said they're going to keep an eye on it and mess around and see what goes on there. Ice Shot Arrow and projectiles are now smaller and are the same size as other arrows, which I think is a negative. I haven't played my Ice Ranger since launch yet, so let me know if you're an Ice Ranger main, how you feel about this down below. Electrocuting Arrow base duration to 25 seconds from 12, doubling the quality bonus also. And they also adjusted the support gem, and you'll see that down below, to not have the damage negative on it as well, which I think is a nice overall gain on top of that. Barrage now has 25% less damage on barrage attacks, from 60% less at level 1, same scaling per level, so at low levels Barrage is going to be a lot more useful. Barrage now also has +2 repeats base, up from +1, so less damage reduction as well as an additional repeated base means that it's going to be a little bit more usable for you at the very beginning. Next, Shock Chain Arrows. Shockwaves now deal double damage, 100% more than they were before, which is great. Sniper's Mark cooldown reduced from 6 seconds to 2 seconds at all levels. I think this is awesome because I'm starting to use Sniper's Mark more in other builds as well, so I would love to see that just come down by default. It doesn't require you to have as much of that reduction there as well. It also gives you more option to add some of the other support gems that add cooldown but more effect, which might be really good for this as well. Combat Frenzy now can gain a Frenzy charge no more than every 3 seconds, down from 7. So you get more Combat Frenzy charges at level 1 to approximately 1.5 seconds at level 20, which I think is an awesome change. Stormcaller's Arrow Bolt now gains additional impact radius as it levels, so it gets bigger and bigger, which is awesome. Flying Arrow's damage over time has been adjusted. It is now slightly higher at lower levels and substantially lower at higher levels. The intention of this ability was that you poison it to spread poisons as opposed to the vine itself dealing immense amounts, so it's going to be usable a little bit.
Not quite quite finished yet.
You level up and gain damage from it, but moving forward, like towards the end game, it's going to have less of an impact on your overall DPS throughput versus the other styles of poison that you'll be applying and the magnitudes that they have. Tornado Shot's damage over time has been adjusted, is now slightly higher at lower levels and substantially lower at lower levels. We just went through this, the same idea. They just want to make sure that you have to use your other bow skills as opposed to doing an immense amount of damage by itself. So Tornado Shot coming down as well as the Vine Arrow damage coming down. Let me know what you think about this if you're doing the famous Poison Pathfinder build or even a Deadeye build right now on Ranger. This one's going to be kind of interesting. I don't know if this is too heavy-handed or not, but they do not give any details on the amounts here. So once the patch goes live, let me know if you are using this build, how it feels after the patch.
Yeah, it is. I just got so many Lawnmower Reader 15. That's the one.
As opposed to those created by your party members.
Max life and
where people can stack up in the same build and burn targets down.
Wait, did that too? Oh, dang it.
Growth level on Unearth.
Yeah.
Bone Storm, Bone Cage, Bone Blast, and Power Siphon, which is about 50% more damage.
So where do we go now? This one does shield regeneration rate. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we want some of that.
About just how ineffective it is.
I want some of that guy.
Good. Overall, getting a 50% more damage increase on all of this. Now, they did mention that the Unearth minions will be unaffected by this, but the damage up on Earth will be a lot easier and a lot more impactful, which I think will help with the witches being able to do enough damage with their bone build. They also increase the damage growth per level on.
Okay, so where else do we gotta go? I mean, I've already gone this far. I might as well finish this off.
Again, a lot of the chaos builds that people are going. Not only are there just not that many chaos options inside of the skill tree, they're also kind of far apart. But just by default, some of the chaos abilities just didn't feel like they were strong enough. Bone Cage base critical strike chance has increased to 15% from 13%, so a small increase there. Skeletal Arsonist spirit costs now match Frost and Ice Mages from level 5 onward, making them more expensive while keeping your cost early game the same. This one is going to be rough. I think they are trying to target the Infernalist builds right now, or even just the minion witch builds that are using the Arsonist, but also I think that a lot of people would feel like the Arsonists are keeping that build together. And so directly targeting the amount of Arsonists you can have, or just generally how much spirit they consume, is going to be a big hit. So if you are playing an Infernalist, especially if you're like T10 plus with an Infernalist using Arsonist, let me know how you feel about this change. Bone Offering Explosion.
All I'm seeing is there's a spot there, but I just missed what I was doing.
And Shield Charge and Shield Wall now have 6 to 8 added physical damage per 15 armor on your shield at all levels. Not 15 instead of 75. I think the breakpoints here are very important because it meant that Shield Charge and Resonating Shield and, of course, Shield Wall were harder to scale while leveling, or even just before you get to like level 70 or so, because you have to get so much armor on your shield in order to get those breakpoints. So getting more physical damage per 15 armor is going to make the shield builds way stronger. I do have a Shield Warrior build on my channel as well if you want to check that out, and that is just going to get significantly better with this overall. Resonating Shield radius increased from, to 2.3 meters from 1.8, so by default this is going to be scaled up by Magnify Effect, all that, which I think is really cool for the build. It also feels like it's going to be a little bit more viable as an armor break as well, which is really cool. Shield Wall explosions increased to 4 meters from 2 meters, so massive increase in the explosions from the shield wall. So if you want to shield wall and slam into them to break them, you're going to get a lot more AoE by default on those. And shield wall can now create a maximum of 2 walls from 1 wall. So this is going to be a lot
all
easier.
That for that.
I'm not sure how this will affect the fortress.
Yeah, I've been everywhere.
But in general, it will give you a little
nice. We cleared this entire board.
Wall out of that, which I think
yep, I don't see anything left untouched. Cool. Time to get out of here.
Also now searches for targets in 3.5 meter radius from 2.5, 50% more damage against immobilized, down from 200%, and the explosion now
what's all in my inventory? What's causing me
damage, accounting on the increase in damage against immobilized enemies. So maybe this is just built to fill a little bit more space with it. Also, Siege Cascade has 30% less reload speed from 50%, and the quality is now 2% damage against immobilized enemies per quality, down from 4. So they're just kind of caking in more of the damage by default. I haven't done the math. I'm not sure if this is an overall improvement when your build is maxed out. It's certainly going to be an improvement when you first get Siege Cascade and when you use it for the first portion of your experience with it. But I'm not sure if this is going to be an overall top-end nerf or if it is actually just better overall by pulling out some of the scalers and caking in some of that damage by default. Stormblast Bolts now has a maximum of 30 active bolts. Mercenary mains rejoice from 9, so you can put a whole bunch of these down, which means that the single target burst potential on it
This place is clear. This house is clear.
9 Stormblast Bolts and then having to use a detonator on it after felt really sluggish and not really worth the effort of building them up, placing them down.
I feel like I probably can't do this just yet.
Going back and then doing it again, that sort of thing. So going 3 times more, right, is going to be a really big boom for that, and hopefully that makes it better.
All men must work a 3rd shift and continue excavating until further notice. Any man caught resting will meet the executioner's axe or the gallows noose.
Wow. Guy's kind of a dick. Well, you're gonna carry this one. We'll make room. Seriously. Oh, that warden bow. Ooh. Oh no, I don't want to compare it to the quarterstaff. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. I'm not going to go too far in here. I was just curious. But you know what curiosity does. Gets your ass killed. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Oh, there's 2 sections. You can go 2 ways with this? Interesting. I don't see anything over here, though. Okay, so there's nothing where it's just for looks. Whoa. What the actual F is all that? Yeah, what happens after the manor? What was in the hunting grounds? Alright, wait, let's go back. Let's go back here. And then we'll go through we'll go through the quest to see what's going on. That's a lot going on there.
That would draw unwanted attention.
No shit. Okay, so you're always of assistance when you do. So. For man per oh, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna save that guy. We're also gonna save that guy. It never hurts to get a good one-handed mace every now and then. What's that? Yeah.
Sorry, I was just...
You're what?
Sorry, I was just...
You're just what? Pin him, that's cool. Lightning infusion? Oh yeah. Yeah, we want lightning infusion on that guy. For sure. No doubt in my mind. This. To all attribute? Oh wow. That's a good one. Man, they got some decent. Now that I do need. I need something better. Yeah, let's go.
Slowly.
Let's take this. Equip that. Yeah, that'll work. Alright.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
Go ahead and stash that guy for now. Okay. Let's see what happens.
For what it's worth, my name is Latus. I appreciate the rescue, but... Amen. Everything I know, it's all gone. It isn't worth much, but take this. Perhaps it will aid you against that monster.
Level 5? Oh, no way. Yeah. Oh my god.
Tempest Flurry is a combo of 4 lightning attacks.
Okay.
The third attack strikes 3 times, and the fourth calls down a powerful bolt that has a high chance to shock enemies.
If you're trying to kill...
Shocked enemies take more damage.
If you're trying to get DPS,
Flurry is
that's
a
what you
combo
want,
of
is
4.
Tempest Flurry.
Ice Strike is a combo of 3 cold attacks. Wind Blast knocks enemies away from you.
That's pretty cool. I want
Tempest
this.
Flurry is a combo of...
This is what I want right now. Let's go ahead and put you there. And we're going to move this to here. And I don't need regular attacks. I can go right there. That works just fine for me. You shouldn't even be doing regular attacks if you got that. Just saying.
There is only one thing for...
Oh, this is just up my game like 1,000%.
Must die. He ordered the guard to round up everyone in the village, and when we resisted, they burned it to the ground.
Dang.
Enter the manor. Take our vengeance upon him.
Absolutely. Especially with that thing you just gave me to help me out. Okay, so what's my other search? For Fayhone above the hunting grounds. I should try to hunt Fraythorn down. Fraythorn. I want to check out some of my stuff, so we're gonna go ahead and wait. That's my stash, right? Okay. Why do I have? Oh, wow, I have a lot. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stash it. Plenty. Beautiful. Use those as we go. What did I do? Why did I keep this? Anything I don't need? No, I don't need that. Yeah, only good stuff here. Yeah. Okay.
Hey. Not bad.
Cool. Okay.
Farewell, hero.
Very well. Okay. Oh yeah, and then I got my salvage bench. Okay. How's that? Okay, hold on. So I can break this down if I want. Oh, you have to call. Okay. So if I go over here, I identified it, and now cash flow. Wow. Must have quality or size. Okay, it has to be certain. Gotcha. Well, I don't have the intel for that, but I want to save that in case I decide to use it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the F out of A. So I need to go down to Fraythorn. I did not find Fraythorn, which is level 11. So I might as well do that now I'm a little bit higher. You don't want to wait till you're too high because then you're fighting for nothing. You're not getting experience. It's pointless. Let's continue.
Also now gains 5 bolts in the clip from 3. Obviously, you can still add more to this with modifiers and special crossbows. And they also made it reload a little bit faster as well. So it has, well, slower. It has less reload speed from 50% less to 30% less. So it is a less of a reduction, which means that it's going to be faster. Plasma Blast now has 47% more damage with its initial hit and 25% less damage with its explosion, causing it to rely less on colliding with walls to deal enough damage. I think this is going to be a nice change. Also, if you're spending the time to wind up the Plasma Blast, I think it's really worth it when it has an actual more consistent way to explode and deal damage, but again, we'll have to see use case-wise if this ends up being better overall. Artillery Ballista's explosion radius increased to 1.8 meters from 1.4 meters. If you were running away, since you're not controlling the totem of the Artillery Ballista, a lot of times it would fire, the enemies would move out of it, so getting that extra large area is going to help the totem builds and the Ballista builds use it to more effect. But
that was rough.
By approximately 21% as well, which means it's
I don't like the hunting grounds. These things don't care about lighting at all.
Gathering Storm's Perfect Dash now deals 53% more damage. Wave of Frost now has 275% more freeze buildup at all levels from 150% scaling up. So it just is overall a lot more freeze buildup. Staggering Palms duration now scales with levels. It has 6-second duration level 1 up to 0.2 seconds per level from 6 seconds at all levels. So now you can get a little more duration out of it. This is, I think, great because it means you don't have to run such resistance on it just to make sure you get enough time with the projectiles that come out of it. It should make some of those builds a little bit more reasonable.
Whoa, I am cutting through these assholes.
Like that. You want to be able to strike more, and I think that's a good change. Staggering Palms projectiles now do 20% more damage at all levels, which might make this a little bit more of a viable option for leveling as well.
Big difference. So use the combos. Big difference. I just saw a whole upgrade in my game.
Here for the Pathfinder Ascendancy class overall. I haven't had a chance to really dive into the Pathfinder.
Now I gotta get the gems to upgrade the combo.
Again, I'm gonna rely on you guys. If you guys have a Pathfinder build that you're using right now in, like, you know,
I have a trifecta: L1, R2, L1, R2, and X. That's R2. That's awesome.
3 charges from Mana Blast down from 5, so a nice buff there. Your damage has been increased and deal approximately 66% more damage when the skill is level 20. In addition, the base added damage has been increased by at least 50% for all concoction skills, with poisonous and bleeding concoction receiving greater damage buffs.
Let's go find this asshole.
Critical strike chance of 8% up from 6, shattering concoction up from 7 to 11, explosive concoction now
I think we found it.
more chance to ignite enemies, and 100% more magnitude of the ignites than
the scoundrels and cowards hiding among the trees of the clanless perch. As the loyal men of Ogham lay down their lives to protect those who support them, you hide. As the women of Ogham sweat and ache, skinning beasts upon which we feed, you hide. As the children of Ogham play at war, preparing to serve the greater needs of the people, you traitors hide. I will offer clemency only once. Return to the manor immediately and serve Ogham, as is your duty, and your punishment will be deferred.
So basically, fight or die. Pretty fucked up. I love the little secrets to this. This is great. There's a lot of versatility in this game. Gotta say.
Surreal prisons.
Ooh. I don't know why that little circle's on it, but fuck that thing. This freaking crossbow kills. It's a great backup for running out of mana. So now that I have the ability, I gotta work on lots of mana. Like whatever it takes to keep regeneration. Yeah.
Believe it. The whole bloody place has gone mad. Please, Hero, find the other altars and dispose of them. Put an end to this. I'm gonna check around here for any sane survivors.
I hope you're fine, my friend. I really had a bad feeling about you, but now I feel bad.
Farewell.
Farewell. Whoa. Fury Unleashed, how did I do that? Dude. Did we do it? I expected something else to happen, but apparently not. Dude, I'm like, there's so many places to go. I don't even know, bro. I guess we keep making our way this way. Wow. This just swamps through them. Nice. Again, if you're running willy-nilly from place to place, not at least trying to take your time a little bit, you're going to get your ass handed to you because they can kill you pretty quick. But if you take your time and do it right, you'll always be upgraded to the right way. It won't be an issue. I'm telling you, look at what I'm doing right now. Checkpoint. Oh, that's the checkpoint thing that the guy was talking about. Okay. We'll go that way to that checkpoint later. Right now we're at this checkpoint. This is where we're going. This game is, I like the, it pushes you.
100% more chance to inflict shock and shattering concoction.
It pushes you to keep going. I like that.
So overall, the concoctions cost less mana flash.
I love the background. I'm not quite following this. Let's go to the beginner's guide.
It's Trevor. We've been gaming all day and all night
Now
since
this
the launch
is
of
Drive Beer Gamers.
A lot of people in my chat have been mentioning how confused or lost they are with the game. So today,
I have not
I
tried
want
them
to do
before.
a comprehensive beginner's guide going over all the mechanics as quickly
Sorry about that
and
noise.
as cleanly as I can, so you can understand everything you're getting yourself into, and also just know what the game is about as you get into Act 1 and beyond. Right now on Twitch, I'm live streaming. If you want to get some free cosmetics or just watching, you can open my stream, twitch.tv/DriveBeer. Leave it open and you'll get these free items. And if you would like to as well, you can donate 2 gifted subs to the community, and doing so will unlock the Chimera pet for you in-game as well. This big BC boy that follows you around as part of this promotion. This is my loose outline, and we'll also leave timestamps down below if you want to skip ahead to things that you are interested in. You'll start by creating your character. You have the
Why is she laughing?
being that hardcore, if you die a single time in hardcore, you will lose your hardcore status and become a standard league character. So don't worry, if you're on hardcore, your character isn't deleted, you just won't be hardcore anymore. You'll transfer over into the perma league, and you'll just continue playing that way if you wanted to play on the game.
Oh, really? I didn't know we could do that.
A lot of people are excited / complaining about all of the challenges they're facing. I love it personally, but it will challenge you in a lot of ways. Next, you'll choose a starting class between the 6 that are listed here. The skills in the game are available to all characters. The support gems and builds are all available to all characters, but there are 3 main areas that you will be locked into that cannot change between characters. Let's go over what those are. The first one is looks. All of the characters are gender locked, and they are individual people. Like, they are actually people that exist in the universe. So you won't be able to swap genders or change their appearance. It is a fixed appearance for each character, so if you wanted to have a specific look, that will be the first thing that's locked for your character. The next thing that's locked is the starting point class on this big talent tree. I know a lot of people that are new to the game are a little bit daunted by this, but I would encourage you to just explore it, try some things out, and find out what's going on. You see this center point? The class that you choose will dictate your starting position as you come out of this central point. Now, all of these nodes, like 99.5% of these nodes, are all the same across all classes. They will just have minor changes if something conflicts with a certain class, or they just want to change the way it reads because it affects a certain class differently. But for the most part, this is the same talent tree for all classes. So if you wanted to, you would start like here, down in the side for warrior, but then you wanted to work your way over to like the sorceress or something, you certainly could. Like, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. So that's the only thing that will be locking you for that is the direction that you started, which a certain amount of points will need to be spent to travel along this tree in the direction that you're set in from the beginning. And the last thing that's fixed for every class is the available ascendancies. You can think of these as subclasses for your class. There are 2 ascendancies for every class in the early access, and eventually there will be 3 for every class once the game fully launches. This is a smaller, specific, limited subclass tree that's available for
wow.
choose that gives class.
How the F do you do that?
Identity themed effects that are available for you. So when you pick a class in early
that's not happening.
Ascendancies that you will choose later on in the campaign, and it will give you a couple points.
Yeah, that's not happening.
how your character plays, but those are limited to each class individually. Next, let's talk about creating your build and how the skill system works in the game, because there's a lot of freedom with this.
It's not happening.
Something that might be kind of daunting.
He resets his entire life. This is a major boss that I would not suggest personally doing right now.
On PC, you can bring skill screen up with G. I'm not sure what it is on console, but
It's not hurting to get the level up, but yeah, that's raw.
It is an item that I can put in. When you're traveling through the world and opening chests and fighting bosses, you will find uncut.
I haven't even gotten used to my new abilities yet.
You'll be able to click on these and turn this uncut skill gem into any skill that you want that's available to you. You can pick anything from that level. The skill gems will have levels required of them, so you kind of pick through those and unlock them, but you'll be able to choose those as you go along. When you loot an uncut skill gem, it'll look like this, and they will have a level on it, so you can see how this item has a 2 on it. This means it is a gem level 2. So when you have this that you loot from the ground or get from a boss or a quest, you'll be able to cut it. So you can activate the item to bring up the gem cutting screen. You'll notice on the left side of the screen there are all the weapons in the game, so you can actually click through these to see where the skills come from. All of the skills in the game are related to a specific weapon, so you'll be able to pick through these based on the weapon that you have, and if you want to, you can also hit all gems to see them all in one big inventory. And what's great is, based on the weapon you currently have equipped, it will change which of these are lit up. So you can actually see which ones, based on the weapon I'm holding, I can actually use based on the 2 weapons I have in my inventory. So I can see, okay, I can use these, but I don't have the correct weapons equipped to currently be able to use these if you want to. Now, there is an option for just kind of picking these from your own class, and I recommend if you're starting out, just pick the weapon that the class is good at, and then just play for the skills that are listed there. The next thing you need to know is that the level is listed on these as well. So you notice that the level is listed. You can use an uncut skill gem. If the gem level is higher than the one you currently have, you can actually click on it and level it up. So you can see these 2 skills are level 1 for me. I can click this and I can click engrave or level up, and I can cause these to be higher level than they were before, which gives me that option. Once you've cut the gem, that's when it turns into one of these. So then once it's cut, it turns to the skill itself, and all you have to do is take the skill gem, put it in one of your skill slots, and then you can just put it into your skill list here in the bottom right. You can do that by either dragging the ability itself to your bar to drop it off there, or you can click on this and choose from the list of available options that you have. And once you have that equipped, then you've got yourself a skill. Now, skill gems are not the only kind of gem that you're going to be getting. You will be getting several other types of gems. The first one is going to be support gems, and these will be modifiers for existing skills. So let's go out to the very starter zone so we can avoid spoilers for people that care about that sort of thing. We're just going to go to the starter zone and show what's going on here in a very clear sense. So let's take something that's very straightforward, like this explosive grenade that I have here. Let's take off the support gem, and then let's shoot the explosive grenade. So I shoot the grenade, it explodes. Now, you have a large list of support gems to choose from. It will recommend you some, and you can turn that on and off to get a bigger list.
Wow, this is insane. This is raw.
All the support gems, look at the whole list and switch over, or you can just pick the ones it recommends, but there's a large list of them, and they all do different things. So, what you want to do is, if you're confused, you can just hover over this. It will, when you hover over support gem, it'll show you which of your current skills are affected by that. Sometimes they just won't interact at all, you'll need to be aware of that, but some things will just be really cool. So let's take this one, for example, the support gem scatter shot. You'll notice that the middle item says, supported skills fire 2 additional projectiles. So normally, if I shoot the grenade and it goes like this, if I apply the scatter shot to my ability and I fire, it shoots 3 instead. So that's what you're looking for. You can do all kinds of things. You can add elemental damage, you can remove duration, add duration to buffs, add stacks, get lifesteal, change the resource that it modifies. There's a ton of different things that you can do for the skill gems. Just kind of look through that system, and what you can do if you're really just kind of, you want to just coast for a little bit, is just take the support gems for your favorite skills that they recommend. They'll just give you a small list of them on recommended at first. Take that, use that, and then kind of progress with the game that way. Now later on, you'll get into other kinds of gems, like spirit gems and like on hit or on crit or on ignite, like trigger gems like that. If you get a spirit gem, it is basically spirit gems specifically are for permanent effects. They can be thought of as auras, concentrations, bonuses, buffs, things like that, and also falls in the category of minions. Minions are permanent effects, as you will have spirit that is a separate resource that is meant for those effects. So think of it as a way to enhance your character outside of your normal skill. So these are going to trigger a certain thing, like once you unlock spirit, like towards the end of Act 1, you will have access to your first spirit gem, and then you can cut it and pick a spirit option for you. Now if we zoom in on our mana bar here at the bottom right, you'll notice that we have a certain amount of spirit. You can increase this through gear, through passive skill tree, through various other effects, or equipping a scepter is a big way to do that as well. You'll notice that you have this amount of spirit. If you want to activate a spirit ability, it'll cost a certain amount of spirit, which reserves it. So look at my spirit bar right now. Say I activate my spirit ability, which costs 30 spirit. I now have no spirit left, but that effect is now permanently active. Now, if you're doing minions, you'll be distributing the amount of minions that you have, or spawning or summoning them if you have different effects that way. The most common way to activate this is to go to it on this here. I'm not sure how it works on console, but for this
I explored the whole thing.
Go to the aura, and you just right-click it. You'll see the circle on it. Now it's active, and the spirit is consumed.
It looks like
the next thing that I know you're thinking
pretty much the whole thing.
How do I know what
Oh, there's a little bit down there. Shoot.
How do I know how things
I want to have done it, and then that way I just come back in, do my thing.
Started before you start getting into the late game builds, and everything kind of overwhelms you. So
there we go.
there's going to be a lot of very specific skill modifiers listed on the support gem.
Just melts them, man, every time.
Name, you can go to a specific skill and see if that name is there, or it might just show it on it as well. So again, you can hover on a support gem. It'll show you all the skills that you currently have equipped that get affected by it by having a check mark on it or a red X. Let's say you're on like the passive skill tree and you see a thing that says increase.
This is awesome.
So what the heck does that mean? How do I know whether something is being affected by that or not? Well, you can go to your skill screen and you can actually go to the skill itself and hover over it, and you'll notice that when I hover over this skill at the very top of it and in the middle, it gives you a list of what the skill is. So all the comma separated values at the top of the skill is all of the monikers that go with that skill, so you know what it is. So
wow, that's a little again.
Ammunition skill, a projectile, physical, and payoff. So if you get a passive that increases projectile damage, it will apply to high velocity rounds because you see the projectile there in the list. You also see it in the middle of the screen as well, under those tabs. It says high velocity rounds, ammunition, projectile. It shows you what those are, so you can actually see what's happening, and it gives you the amount of damage versus targets that you're shooting at as well. But if you ever get confused, these are the things you're going to be looking at. It doesn't stop at just types of things, right, like projectiles versus melee attack. There's going to be some other things too, like say you have a gas grenade that you want to detonate, and it'll say that you can detonate it, and you're wondering what detonates it. And you might have things like fire or shot or something like that.
Okay, well, we're going to go make room.
It doesn't. It says on the
When doubt, make room. I do like that. It's a little more convenient than like Diablo. Diablo's cool. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's neat. Some of the seasons were neat. But this is epic. I don't know. It's simplistically epic.
It'll cause the gas to explode, and there you go. So you have your combination together. Now,
I like simplistically epic. It's hard.
Other questions, I'd be happy to do more in-depth video guides on these specific topics here. Let's move on to the world map. If you press U on PC, you will bring up the world map, which looks like this. And this is where you're going to show your campaign progress. So you will start here at the riverbank at the very beginning.
Let's see what we got.
Along to these different areas.
What all do we got? First, let's go identify.
Like where you're supposed to go next. You can very easily
get in the habit of doing that helps a lot.
Hover over a node, it'll give you the dotted lines to show you where to go next. The green little guy is where you currently are, so you can see where you are on the map.
Manage rain. Ooh. Like that. I'm holding on to that guy.
Around the nodes, the waypoints that you see on the map as well.
Those okay. What's this? Quality and armor. Oh, get out of here.
Those are things
that's good. That's a holder. That's what I'll have to hold on to.
You see that this skull icon has a plus next to it? This little plus means that you're able to get a permanent for your account. So I highly recommend, as you're moving through the campaign, to go around and collect all the plus signs in that zone
I can't do
area
any of
to
it.
make sure that you're good to go. Skulls are boss fights. There are
Some
certain
disenchant, so
a quest or something like that.
yes.
In that area, I would recommend not
Keeping that.
so you complete the plus sign extra because you
Keeping
will be
that.
getting all these bonuses
Get rid of that.
as you move
Thank
on
you.
later into the game. The next thing that's super important is if you ever see one of these quest markers, this is the quest icon in Path of Exile 2, that means that you currently have a quest that you need to complete in that area. So that you want to just pay attention to those. So if you ever get confused, you can press U to open your map, or J for your quests on PC, and you can bring it up and say, okay, here's where all the quests are, let me go complete those and get those done, and then you can move through the story that way. Now, when you're playing, you will inevitably die, have to go back to town, respawn at checkpoint, and start over again. So let's talk about that part of the game really quickly so everyone's on the same page. The first thing that's super cool is if you're playing in solo play, there is a pause feature. At any point, you can press escape or bring up the menu on console, and the game will hot pause. This, I think, only works in solo play. I don't know if it works in party, but in solo play, you can bring up the menu, and the game is paused right now. Enemies aren't attacking, no AI is running, everything is paused. So you can actually pause the game, get up, go get a drink, you know, when the bathroom calls and you gotta go deal with it, do that thing, you gotta go talk to someone,
Alright.
whatever, bring up the game, pause,
We're
or
back
some people
on.
pause it during boss fights to absorb the stress of the situation. You can certainly do that, and that pause is there. If you ever let go, it'll go back to running normally.
I do like the pause feature. If you're not playing with anyone, it lets you just pause.
When they're lit up like this, can be used for travel. So you click on the waypoint and go to any waypoint area that also has a blue dot. If it's grayed out, it means it has no waypoint, or you don't own the waypoint for that
Ooh,
area.
I'm curious now.
That way. The other thing you want to be aware of are the points in the game.
It doesn't matter anyway, because right now, I don't gotta go back through any of this.
It basically is a way for you
I'm not gonna fight him. There's no way I'm fighting him now. I'm not quite there. I just got new special abilities. I need to get these abilities where I need to get them
You'll see the word checkpoint
first.
on your map, and all you have to do, just like the waypoints, is just walk in range of them. So you walk in range of a checkpoint.
Cold damage. Oh, it's a cold one.
Fill your flasks, so your flask charges for healing will be reset, and then when you die, you can respawn at this thing, just like a checkpoint.
Cool.
That you can
We'll hold on to those. Okay. Now we're
Generally, if
gonna.
you see a checkpoint, it's either right before a boss or a world boss or some kind of encounter, though not always. So when you see a checkpoint, just make sure you walk close enough to it to trigger it. And also just keep in mind, like, this is a great time to change flasks as well. So if you wanted to swap the flask out, which empties it, and then walk up to the checkpoint and it will refill.
Why does it show?
That is an option for you. Now let's talk about gear and how to get your
Wait,
equipment set up.
wait, I missed something.
Be as, you know, very basic and straightforward about it so we can get through this as well. You will get loot items that drop, and that's kind of the whole point of an ARPG, is to get loot overall.
Why is it showing?
Knowing what loot is good and what loot is bad.
What barrel?
The first thing you need to know about it,
Like, they need to be more understanding of the way they do things. Like right now, the crow bell.
these, the most common of which is using scroll.
I obviously haven't killed those things because they're. It's hot. Yes, I've done all those things that are dark.
You can just actually just click on the helm.
If it's light, I haven't done it yet.
Some items have requirements, like a level requirement or a stat requirement. If you don't meet this
The
requirement,
crow bell, apparently, I have not
and
done.
if you're really in a pinch for your
Okay.
identification scrolls, there are some NPCs like this guy, which I will say nothing about over that, has the option
What's
to
that?
identify. When you click this, you
One
can
life for another.
inventory just to
Executioner. Oh, he had a.
all kinds of things
Oh, he had something good in
try
there.
out with different items. There will be differences in quality. So you'll notice that this item here from this vendor has regular, like 0% quality, but this item over here has 13% quality, which will make it better. All items can be qualityed up in any way. The big thing about crafting in this game is it's very freeform, and you have a lot of freedom to play around with it. So what you'll get are these crafting items, or what are called currency items, because oftentimes they get used as currency in place of other currency as well. When you get a crafting item or a currency item, you will see a action that takes place on that item. So an orb of transmutation, you can see, upgrades a normal item to a magic item with one modifier. So if I take this white item, which is a normal item, and I grab an orb of transmutation by right-clicking it on PC, and I click on it, it just now became a blue item, which is a magic quality item or rarity, and that is there. You'll find tons of these. They all have different stipulations and requirements, and they do all kinds of things. You can turn blue items into yellow items. You can change the stats on items, re-roll stats. It gets pretty crazy. It gives you a lot of freedom later on, but I think I'll save that for another video. Now, the first question that a lot of people that are new ask, and asked many times before this already, is should I disenchant items or should I sell them? There will be characters in every town that will have the option here, as you can see, buy or sell or disenchant. You go to these and you can, go on sell these if you'd like and get gold for it. Which, by the way, the hotkey for automatically moving items between different inventories is control.
Oh, wow. These guys are like fucking insane.
Buyback option there as well. However, some vendors will have the option to disenchant items, and this, when you do this, will give you various different currency and crafting items or magical items that you get from disenchanting it. My recommendation is for the first maybe like hour or two, just sell everything to get a little bit of gold so you have something that you can spend at vendors, and then just start disenchanting everything, because from then on you should be good to go. You can figure out what you want to do with that. The last thing I'll say about gear, just to make sure you're prepared for this, is that there's going to be sockets that will appear on items. The things that go into these sockets are runes, and you can't take these out in the current state of the game, so you'll actually have to go to one of the, get a rune from something. You see that if it's applied to armor or weapon, it does a specific thing. So if I take this rune, I pick it up and I put it, I can unequip it, but I can put this on it. Now I've placed the rune into the item, and it now gives the bonus that it has on it. I can equip it again, and there's not really any way to take these out, but you do get a lot of runes as you play the game. Now we know that skills are weapon limited, but there is a really clean system for swapping weapons in this game. You actually have a weapon set that's available here when you figure out what you want to use, and you can switch between these by clicking these, but actually you can actually swap between these with a hotkey as well. So if I press X on PC, I will swap between the weapons. However, you don't really need to if you're just getting started. Like, there are ways that you can actually set different points for different weapon sets and things like that. But I think the cleanest way to do it is if you wanted to have multiple weapons in your build, you can just set specific abilities to only be used with specific weapon sets. So say that I want you to always use this with this weapon, and this is usually if you're using like two weapons of the same type. One has fire on it, one has lightning or something. You can force it by checking these to use with a specific weapon type. And also, if you have a skill that's only usable by one of your two weapons, it will automatically switch to that weapon when you use the skill. So I'm a mercenary using a crossbow, but in my second hand now I have a hammer, and there's one hammer skill here that I can put on my bar. So let's put that on my bar, and I'll notice that I currently have the hammer out. If I shoot with the crossbow, it'll switch to the crossbow automatically, and if I swing with the mace ability, it'll swing with the mace automatically. So I can actually switch between these and just go like that. There's no cooldown for it. You can switch as much as you want. There's an animation cost, but if you wanted to, you can create two different weapon sets that use different abilities and mix them together if you like. The next thing that's worth talking about is the flasks and the charms. So in Path of Exile 2, you have a health flask or a life flask, and you have a mana flask. These are fixed slots. You cannot put these mana flask in the life flask slot. You can't have two life flasks or two mana flasks. You have to have one of each. When you remove them, they are emptied, and you actually fill this up by killing enemies, hitting checkpoints or waypoints, or going to the well in town. Which every rest area will have a well, so we click on this. Now our flask is refilled, and we're good to go. And again, it is for killing enemies as well, so if you're in a boss fight with a lot of ads, burning the ads down will give you flash charges as well. Now, you can craft on these flasks, add modifiers on them as well, and the amount that they give is based on the quality of it, based on the name, which I'm sure you can figure out. The next thing you'll need to know about life flasks and mana flasks is that you can add a belt to your equipment set, which unlocks charm slots. Charms you will find as a separate item in the game, so you'll collect these as you go along, and when you have a belt equipped, based on the amount of charm slots the belt provides, you can pick up a charm and you can put it in your charm slot. You can actually have this set up as well, so you can actually just get it going, and it has special trigger conditions. You can have it so it breaks you out of a stun if you get stunned, or if you get set on fire, it gives you fire resistance. There's a large list of charms based on what you're looking for, the fight you're going into. You can change these at will. If you do remove them and put them back in, you'll have to refill them again because they have an automatic usage, and then the charge goes away, so you will have to refill these, but you can kind of set up a safety net for you based on the encounter you're walking into. Next, let's quickly cover the passive skill tree, this big scary thing. A lot of people say how daunting this is for the first time. This is just a list of a whole bunch of nodes and passives and benefits and bonuses. Again, you will start with a specific class that starts in a natural direction, and as you level up, every time you level up or complete things that give you passive skill tree points, you'll be able to move move your way through the skill tree and unlock stats and bonuses and stuff like that. You can refund these if you'd like to. The same guy that identifies your items, if you go talk to him, you'll be able to refund your passives, which you'll just spend the in-game gold to reset these and go backwards if you want to. So you just farm up gold and reset your passive tree if you want. And the big thing here is that you're looking for things that work for you. Now, what's great about Path of Exile 2, which is a huge improvement over a lot of other games, is yes, there is a search function. So up here in the top right corner, if there's anything you're looking for a specific kind of attack, specific kind of a weapon or ability, you can very easily just type it in. So maybe I wanted to type fire, and I wanted to see what things affect fire, okay? Maybe there's things that I want to see. Say I want to build a build for my mercenary. Okay, these are flashing now. Look at that. Everything grenade related is...
You gotta take your time with it. If you're new to this, take your time. That's what I'm saying. Take your time. Because if you let everything just fill up...
What you're looking for, right? So there's something you're trying to find, either by the...
Yes, you can go back to hometown. And yes, you can refill your flasks. And you can be badass and crazy, but I don't know.
Going in this direction, and you're deciding, like, you know, you've got this extra little...
I want to do that. It's like a rogue or the witch, like crazy DPS with the witch.
There's some other things that work along with that as well.
But as a monk, I mean, I'm learning. Because I never, you know, this is all new to me. Again, I played the first one, didn't know a whole lot about it.
All kinds of things on this, like, this overall trade.
But
I think one thing to keep in mind is that there is attributes to be gained as well. This one's called the attribute highway. This one will actually allow you to choose attributes that you need. And again, when we go back to the skills that have specific attribute requirements, or gear that has specific attribute requirements, you may want to think about what stats you want to get. And if you're ever get confused about stats on PC, you can press the C button to bring up your character, whatever it is on console, your character screen here on your menu. You can bring that up and look at it. Then you can just look through all of your stats and bonuses, read about everything, figure out what you're trying to accomplish, see what the stats do and what they provide for you, and what you want to get out of them, and how much of each you have, and you can kind of build your character that way. Next, let's talk about the stashes, because this is a big thing. I'm sure a lot of people that play Path of Exile 1 have a lot to say about stashes, but if you're new to the game, you probably have no idea what's going on here, and there's a lot to know. So there's a guild stash and a regular stash. If you open the guild stash, if you have a guild stash unlocked, currently the shop doesn't work, so people can't unlock these just yet, but if you open like your guild, you can actually share a guild stash with other people and share items with them that way. You can also go to the guild.
I do a pound attack fucking, like, I can really change my attacking the way I do things.
Kinds of other stash tabs that do various things. There's a quad stash tab, which is 4 times the storage. You can see that there's 4 cells for every single box on the quad stash tab, which is extra storage. There are currencies.
That's rough.
There are ones for flasks, ones for gems.
You can't stand in that blood. That sucks your life.
You can find all those in the store. You can buy these and share them. If you're wondering, my recommendation for people, if they just want to buy a couple stashes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you effing serious? I see. That's the problem now. I don't want to redo all this shit.
There used to be like map tabs.
I'm not interested in redoing any of this.
You could probably even get maybe even like gem tabs or something. But I would say currency and 1 quad is probably all most players need when starting out. And then they might need some premium later, though I think with the currency exchange this may become less relevant. And I'll end the video there because it's already super long, but I wanted to get through the general basis of the game to give you a foundation or framework for playing Path of Exile 2. If you have more questions for me, leave them down below and I'll break those out into other videos or help you understand. You can come by my live stream, twitch.tv/Trybear if you'd like, and I'll answer questions there. But I'll try to keep the sleeve of the video limited as it is. If you found value in today's video, leave a like down below, leave a comment for the algorithm to help this video get seen by more people, and don't forget to check out my other channels for other content and other stuff and other things.
I just got seriously? This is aggravating.
Val 2 has rocketed into early access this week, and hundreds of thousands of people are jumping in to the next generation action RPG created by Grinding Gear Games. Across 6 character classes, 120 skill gems, hundreds of equipment-based types, more than 100 unique boss fights, and so much more than the Deadly Continental Raid class can be daunting for players. So I've been sponsored by Path of Exile 2 in this video, giving you my ultimate tips for beginners to get off to a running start in Path of Exile 2. In my typical fashion of running the knowledge in my video, you can find the entire list of things I'll be covering in the description and timeline. If you're a veteran or already have a good chunk of hours in the game, go ahead and navigate to any subject that you'd like to learn more about. Keep in mind, this game is about
oh my gosh, like, they make you go through so much.
rules that you can't break. Rather, I'm going to give you recommendations or help explain mechanics, such as weapon sets, so you can better approach the game on your own merits. I always encourage people to play how they want, not how the internet tells them.
It's the health. It's that health thing. It's the thing that sucks. Like, I need protection against it.
Jump into the fray. You can purchase an early access key by clicking the link in the description. Once the game is fully released, you can play entirely for free, of course. Now, I've been doing key giveaways on my Twitch, link in the description below, and if we get this video to 100,000 views, I will purchase, myself, 2 more keys to give away on stream. So this video ended up helping you, share it around to help get more keys in the community, and as always, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and again, if this video does help. Let's get started on my ultimate beginner tips for Path of Exile 2. One of the first tips I want to talk about.
I can't believe I'm dying.
The option screen, actually.
Dude, this is rough.
Go to options, and I want you to go to input. Input is where all of your key buttons are, and this is, of course, where you can also change between WA.
Seriously, like, what do I gotta do? Whose leg you gotta hump for this one? I mean, oh, I have another ability. Okay, that can help.
First thing here is to tell you to swap world
recharge rate. That's what I was trying to work on. 20%, yeah.
Swap those two. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to take a look at the world screen map. And conversely, go all the way to the bottom of this. You'll see create.
Now I need health on kills. Now I got to work on health on kills. It's a symmetry. It's a synergy.
That's the T button, right? Well, now this button is not set by default in the game. So set this to a keybind that makes sense for you.
You can kind of run through it a little bit.
On the option screen. Now you do not have the ability here to see damage numbers. That is something that a lot of people do wish they had. The closest thing I can get for you, though, is we're going to go to options, we're going to go to interface, we're going to scroll down to gameplay. And in gameplay, you're going to see show many life bars above NPCs. If you turn this on, it's like this by default. You can have it so allies, those are people that are in your party. So if you're in the camp, it's easier to see them. Enemies only, or allies and enemies. This allows you to get a better idea of what kind of damage you're doing with your weapons, rather than just things dying and you have to see the big old health bar at the top. You can also turn on your health bar above yourself as well, so you have a good concept of seeing that without having to look at the globes, lower left or right side of the screen. And that is my big suggestion to you for this menu. The last little one too is also changing your default mouse cursor if you're having problems tracking this or even in size, so it's easier to see. A lot of people use a third-party app to do this. You can now just simply do it with high contrast, green, pink, whatever it is. Another important portion of the game is the use of the Alt key. So if I hover over anything and I see dotted, underlined, I can hold down the Alt key to inspect it. Now this is going to keep it so that it makes that menu not disappear if I move my cursor away, if I hold down Alt. Conversely, there's this little pin button. I can pin it, and then it becomes a drag and drop.
Wow, how am I doing this, dude?
This though, it tells me strength.
Are you guys seeing this?
In this game, here's how armor works.
I'm running through this game.
Over here to, like, say, rolling slam. Okay, well, here's how slam works in this game. Here's how stun works. Here's how it knocks them away. Oh, it's a knockback. All these things are easily explainable by holding down the Alt button to get more information. But there's another portion of this that's really important, which is my next tip, and that is your skill videos. What the hell does that mean? Well, I, for example, got Infernal Cry. I'm going to hover over this. That's a lot of information. I'm not that smart. I read the gray text, I read this text up here, and I kind of still didn't understand it. Well, every single skill has this little button right here. If you click that button, it's going to give me a breakdown of how that skill operates. So this way, I can quickly navigate, like, okay, you know what? How does this work? Well, and it will not just simply explain the skill, it will give you a breakdown of how the skill is best used. this allows you to understand your skills better without trying to sift through or, scry the stones of what this text really means in context of how it applies.
This is actually making a lot of sense.
The topic is the support gems. Support gems are a big part of the game because they are what are really what.
And I'm glad I'm listening to him so I understand the game, but I literally just ran through a lot of that. Got him in the corner, killed him, and then I moved on. This beta is allowing me to do things I shouldn't be able to do. I literally got to a checkpoint. I shouldn't be here.
Tiers or 3 levels of support gem. That was
sorry.
We can no longer tolerate any risk. Use lethal force against those you suspect of foul play. Speak carefully with your men. Ensure they are who they claim. Hang any suspects. Seek out resistance within the village and raise their homes.
This guy's a fuck.
We must send a clear message. Leave no stone unturned.
This guy's a real dick. And I don't understand what this red shit is. Like, seriously, oh my god, I ran through so much. Dude, I'm in the bowels of this shit.
By decree of the Count of Ogham.
Really? I was reading, bro. I was reading. That's pure evil. That's pure evil. I'm in the middle of reading.
Effective immediately.
Well, being it auto-dictated to me, but
by hanging until death. Hanged criminals.
Audio-dictate. I like that. So these are all probable rope. Hey, look at that. Look at what I found. Ooh, level 1. Sebas Fury. So you end up back here. Wow. And that's how you kick their ass. That was awesome. Now, the combo ability does way better. That's freaking awesome. I still got the bone shield. And that thing. Oh, there we go. There we go. I like that. So they got to be bones. Oh, okay. Can I redo them or no? No, okay. They got to be bones. I get it now. Dude, I just upped my game. If you remember all of it, though, you have to put 2 fingers, like on the PlayStation, just on the left side. Put them on the left. That's our L2 anyway. They got L1 and all the buttons. And yeah, I could... What's this? Special? Like, is there something I didn't know? Dude, I forgot about the special arrows I had. That's cool. Wait, so where am I supposed to be going?
No escape!
Boom. I like it. Wow, dude. Do you understand the potential of this monk? That's awesome. That's wondrous. Boom. Yeah. I like it. This is awesome. This is great. If there's bones around, that's amazing. So where are we at now? Where are we at? The manor is this way. That's the manor. This is where, that's where I was trying to go. I'm going to check everything out while I'm here. I only want to have to do this once. And there we go. And boom goes the dynamite. Oh. That's a rare shield. Ooh. I don't know about that. What do we got here? That's it. Okay. What did I get exactly? Cool staff. Okay, armor. Okay. I have to pee so bad, guys. So I'm trying to make it to this spot here. I'm trying to hold it for you. Trying to hold it for you guys. That's it. Okay. I'll be right back. Oh, do that. Oh, why would that do that? Oh, you really? Huh. So, hey guys, I'm back. TacoMonkey's back. And honestly, I've been thinking about a few things. I've been an avid gamer for a long time in my life. I love playing these games. I love beating them. The only other game I really got into in the recent time has been what was it?
Carry a subtle beat, a monstrous heart.
That's awesome. Before this game, I hadn't got into it in a while. It was my thing. I don't know why. Like, games just, I got turned off. I don't know what happened. Oh, 15, I'm 16. This game, like, renewed. They are getting more challenging, definitely. That was rough by a lot of means. Wow. This is getting insanely hard now. Like, I'm having to take my time with this shit. And these places are big, so that sucks. I need to go back to town. I may need to fix up some gear. It happens. Or play with someone.
How can I be of aid? Go.
It is good to see you. Sorry, I was just... I will treasure it. Be careful.
Wait, what? Nice. Okay. Oh, I put those. Oh shit! I didn't know that. I had no idea. I've been playing without these things. Oh my god, my game's just about to get boosted up like crazy. Decaying hacks. Okay, let's take you out. Let's take you out. Let's go from there. So, sack of decaying hacks on the quarterstaff will be smart. Okay, Sir Hat. Okay. Okay, I get it now. Wow. Okay. Can I play with someone? Oh, you're level 4. You're nothing. I have a good setup. I should be able to do this. Wait, back to Freythorn? No. Yeah, choose a waypoint. The Devourer and Candlemass, the Leaving Right. Okay. Yeah, that's where I want to go. So it's there. I mean, I know there's so much more to this game, obviously. We're just on the precipice of this game. come on! Oh, that was rough. I had a good synergy thing going there. It's not easy. It's you gotta work. You gotta work for it. I just healed. I think I've gone as far as I want to with this. I want to do good though. I have to take my time. If I'm gonna do this right, I gotta take my time. That's the thing. If you have the stomach for it, you can keep jumping back and forth and healing, but I hate a game that makes you constantly have to do that. I would have to do that. No. Glad that worked.
It is good to see you.
still in the works. They're still trying to fix it.
This one.
Enjoy. Nice.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
You're supposed to get better and better and better. That's the thing. You're supposed to keep upgrading, getting better. Yeah, that took some time, but that made our inventory open, health all the way up, and we're ready to continue. Sometimes you need to do that.
Yes, another one. He's under there.
The voice of the man I must face.
Relentless assault!
Alright. Solve the shield. She'll recover some much nicer now. That's for sure. Why can't I move? Nice. The snap attack's better. That's all better.
First ones, hear our laments. Sanity recedes ever further into the dark.
I don't have to fight that thing.
Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits, poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
Is there no limit to corruption's influence?
Fury unleashed!
Oh, stay right next to him. Stay right next to him. That took 2 seconds to kill me. Yeah, you gotta stay right up to this asshole.
First ones.
Is there no limit to corruption's influence?
Wow. Okay. Live and learn.
First ones. Here.
Is there no limit to corruption's influence?
Dude, I had you half off. You're a bitch. You're a cunt. Fuck you. You just... Oh, I'm dying, so I'm gonna fucking... It sucks you have to read it each time. Fix that. Fix your game. This is how you do it. Keep moving. Yeah. Oh, classy. That's the cost of being a pagan. You need to worship God, even in these times. It's too much. The drones over New Jersey, they're protecting us probably from the actual demons or angels, whatever.
First ones. Here.
So where are we at now? Dude, I don't know where to go. What? What? Yeah, I need to be out of here. Navigator. Wow, 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 wow. That was only the first fucking level. This is so Diablo in the best ways. Wow, I was gonna stop, but this has just been too wild, dude. It's been too wild. Alright.
How can I advise?
Please identify the items. Thank you. What? I want that.
Sorry, I was just... It is good to see. Another for my collection. Thank you. It seems shadows haunt us both.
Wow. Wow, the layers on this game, man. We're in the next phase. I was going to stop the stream here, but geez, man. It just keeps me wanting to go. Oh, I definitely grabbed the wrong juice. Hold on one second. Let's see. This is good here. See what we got in store. My monk is killing it. Wow. Those guys are rough. Okay. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we should stop here. We went down to the second part of the castle. I got way beyond what I thought I was going to get.
rest when you're dead. Keep digging! Vile abomination!
Yeah, I'm kind of doing a little, like, play around here. Get my shield up. Work your way in. God, I love this gun. It really saves you when you're in like a McLean situation. Oh, I like it. I like it.
I sense Oriana knows. And I cannot deny that which I know deep down to be true.
Interesting.
Fair villager, an eternal descendant. She knew. At that moment when our eyes locked, we both knew. She clung to her children like I would end them then and there. She is of no risk now, but how many others must I fear? Is my blood truly impure? Oriana assures me we can right some of the wrongs of the past. She promises a way forward for Ogden. A way forward for the clans and the clanless alike. And a way forward for me. We must continue with our task.
Creepy. I want food. I want DoorDash little wings. Little wingers. Is there anything else? That's it? That's fucked up. And I do a pee break again, so there we go. Nope. Ugh. Drop my special thing. music's crazy in this. I do like the score. I'm back, guys, by the way. I'm just really wanting wings. I get a wing fetish lately, and I don't think I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I'm only seeing a few things here. Kinda sucks. Okay, so we're gonna go DoorDash instead, because we are spenders. I like eating. I can't help it. What we got on the menu? This, what? Taco Bell? That's it? Literally. Speedway, that's it. This place, like, seriously? This is gay. Fine, bring me some good wings. Speedway. Spicy. Okay. You do that. Me too. Alright, here we go. More stairs?
Fury unleashed!
Fuck you! I got to the next, yeah, stairs. That's cool. I think we're going to stop there. That's a pretty good spot to stop. We'll keep going down this gravy train. Oh, no. I have no idea what's going on here. That's where I want to be. Wow. Wow. This game's rough. Fuck you, dude. I'm out. Okay. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for watching my vids, and yeah, good live stream. Watch out for those drones, dude. They're everywhere. The drones aren't the problem, really. I don't think. It's the mainstream media making it look bad. Alright, well, that's a good place to stop. Thanks a lot, guys. Always stay classy, stay safe. A lot of things going on out there, and I pray for all of you. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.